we go. What's up, everybody? It's the Goal60 here, joined by Michael once again. Here it's week 3. We seem to be getting into the meat of the schedule, and we've got some plays for you tonight. Let's see if we can't get some winners. Michael, if you will, go ahead and get us started.
All right. Let's start off with Florida at Kentucky. This spread, I looked at it, -8. Kentucky struggled against Toledo at home, 38-24. They also gave up 17 to Eastern Michigan at home. I like Florida here. I think they're going to come out. But at -8, I like it. If you can get it somewhere under 7, I'm a big fan of 2.5, 6.5, 9.5. If you can somehow, if the line changes and you can get it under, 7 right at 6.5, I'd take that. But my play here would be in a teaser, teasing Florida from -8. I'm gonna do a 7-point teaser this week, so you're gonna have to give up a little bit more. But I like the 7 points playing with it here. I'm teasing Florida down from -8 to -1.
I do like that, and actually, that was going to be my last play. Was a 2-team teaser, just like last week, and I'm on Florida as well. Kentucky has lost their quarterback, Terry Wilson. He's out for the season, so therefore, a big loss for them there. You look at Florida; they got a little bit of revenge factor coming in right here, trying to get a game back from last year. I'm taking it 6 points in mine. I'm going to take it from 7.5, what I've seen listed, all the way down to -1.5.
So we're on the same page there. I mean, people that are listening, if we both ride in Florida in a teaser, I know it might be a trap play, but I'm heavy on that. So I would definitely take Florida in a teaser. If you want to for sure money and tease it with something else that I got coming here, which I like a lot, is this play I have straight up, but you could put it in the teaser. I mean, if you were trying to make some money, I don't have it in my teaser. I'll list my 3-point teaser here, my 3-team teaser here in a second. One of them being Florida teased down. But my play straight up here I'm going with is USC. This is my 5-star play, Clayton.
I got you.
USC -4.5 versus BYU.
I like it.
If you want a for sure teaser, in my opinion, 6 point, 7 point, you tease USC plus the points, mix with Florida down to -1. I think that's a guarantee.
I like it. Man, that quarterback is lights out. I had USC last week in the teaser, and they were just really, really good. I think he ended up like 28 or 33 or something like that. He really did well. And I think he needs to be the starter from here on out. I mean, I don't have anything against JT Daniels, but this guy is really good. I'm going to finish off my teaser with Florida, but I'm going to finish it off with one of their rivals and going against that rival. And I'm going to take Virginia -7.5, and I'm going to take it down to 1.5 on it. So my first total play is that teaser. It's got Florida -7.5 teased down to 1.5. It's got Virginia -7.5 teased down to 1.5. I just think I don't really believe in Florida State here. And I just think Virginia's going to take care of business and at least get a win for me here.
Actually, I had that. I mentioned I had a play that was if you wanted to throw one in there as a teaser. I actually had the same thing. I had Virginia. Florida State looks like dog shit. I just applied there to be their head coach. So, yeah, I mean that was my if you want to throw something in a teaser, if you want to make it to 14, that was my play there. Definitely take Virginia, tease them down to -1.
I like it.
All right. My next play here is I'm gonna go with North Carolina +3 at Wake Forest. Wake Forest was at home versus Utah State. Squeaked one by 38-35. Then they played Rice. They got a win 41-21. In my opinion here, North Carolina's hot right now. Something might change with an injury later on or something like that. But the way Wake Forest is playing, I like my odds here with North Carolina getting the points.
I agree with you. They're playing really well for Mac Brown. They're really playing to the top of their level, and they've been underdogs. This will be the 3rd week in a row. They've been an underdog, and a 3rd week in a row where I've actually, when I projected out my stats, I had them winning by about a point. All 3 weeks, I had that. I didn't put it in last week's video, but I was definitely on the edge, and I actually ended up taking it myself, but I like that. My next play, I'm going to go with some points. I'm taking Arizona State and Michigan State. The over right now is 42. Michigan State's got a little bit of revenge from last year where they lost 16-13. That was a low-scoring game, but I think this year they put up some points. My home field advantage for Michigan State's around 2 points. I've got this projected out at 105 yards rushing for Arizona State, 170 yards rushing for Michigan State. I've got over 200 yards for both teams passing. I think over 42 is a really good number, and it could get a push there if it doesn't get the cover. Over 42 is my play.
I got you. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State with my next pick. Minus 14, bought down to minus 13.5 against Tulsa. I know Tulsa played Michigan State, close. Michigan State came out hot. Then they simmered down here and there in the second half against Tulsa. Oklahoma State, in my opinion, is explosive. They're going to put up points. Now, I mean, it's what's Tulsa going to put up is a question, but I think they cover the 14.
Right. I got you. I'm going back to the Big 12. Well, excuse me, wasn't in the Big 12 first, but I'm going to go to the Big 12 now and talk about TCU and Purdue. Right now, that number is at 51. It's going to make me seem like a square, but I'm taking 2 overs this week. TCU's coming off a bye. Purdue at home is worth about a point to 1.3. You look at both teams, I've got both teams being able to pass the ball really well. I think over 51 is the right call here. I think that line has actually come down a little bit to 51. It opened up somewhere around 52.5, something like that. But I actually like the other way. I think that's the wrong line move.
I hear you. Sorry, you were a little glitchy there.
So,
all right. Well, my next play here, I'm going to go with Cal versus North Texas. Cal came off a big win against Washington last week, was it?
Yep.
And North Texas, I don't know if they'll be able to keep up. Cal's going to ride that momentum. I'd like them at 13.5. I think they'll cover that. But once again, guys, if you want to tease it down to get that extra juice, 7-point teaser, you can get Cal minus 6.5, which is what I have my second play of that 3-point teaser, is tease them down to 6.5, let it ride. I think they cover 7, points against North Texas and lock it in.
I like it. I'm heading to a rivalry game. In fact, the last 2 plays that I have tonight are going to be in a rivalry game each. This one involves Pittsburgh and Penn State. I think that Pittsburgh got embarrassed last year at home, losing 51-6. I think they bounce back this year and give Penn State a little bit. I don't think Penn State's quite as good as they have been in the last 2 years, and 17 points is a lot of points. As far as stats, I've got Penn State only outrushing Pittsburgh by about 30 yards. I've got them only outpassing Pittsburgh by about 10 yards. I like Pittsburgh here, even on the road, plus 17.
Actually, I had that. Those was one of my last 2 plays I had left was Pittsburgh plus 17 as well. I think that's too high of a point spread. Who is Penn State? So, yeah, I agree with you there. I'd ride that one. My last play then, since we covered that one, is going to be Oregon State minus 17 versus Cal Poly. I think Oregon State, they're going to get hot. They played Oklahoma State well. They're going to throw up some points. This game's kind of like the Tulsa-Oklahoma State game to me. I think if you buy it down to minus 6.5 or minus 16.5, I think that'll be an easy play.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think that coach at Oregon State is actually pretty good. I really believed in him that first week, and he almost got it done. My last play, I'm actually heading to another rivalry game, as I said. I'm headed to Iowa and Iowa State. Iowa's minus 3 right here. Iowa State is really in a good spot as far as an underdog. Iowa State is off a bye. They're at home. I just really feel like Iowa State plus 3 right here is going to be the play, man. They came out as a favorite earlier in the week. The line has moved against them. I hope it moves some more, because if it doesn't, we'll jump on it even more.
I got you. I'm going to finish it out, and I don't know why I didn't write it down, but the Michigan State, let's cover my 3-point teaser real quick, is Florida minus 8, tease down to minus 1. Cal minus 13.5, tease down to minus 6.5. Michigan State. Like I said, I didn't write down who they were playing, but I saw this line. I looked at it.
It's
And
Michigan State and Arizona State.
there we go. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We covered that earlier. We teased it from minus 13.5 down to minus 6.5 was my final play.
I got you.
And I
Sounds
also
good.
I do have one joke play of the week, and it's only
Okay.
because I'm an Alabama fan. I hate Tennessee, but I saw this Tennessee minus 28 against Chattanooga. I kind of laughed at this one. I'm tempted to take Chattanooga 20 plus 28, but we'll see. It might be 31-0. So watch that score happen, 31-0. But anyway, that was my joke play of the week. I'd take Chattanooga plus 28. Tennessee.
I got you. Well, I appreciate it, Michael. That's everything I've got. And another good week. Let's see if we can't have some luck this weekend.
Yeah, what am I, 12-6?
Yeah, 12-6,
Fade
man.
me out
Hitting
there, guys. Fade me this week.
Yeah, I hear you. 12-6. The first 2 weeks have been really good. Let's see what you can do in week 3. So